Starseed from Gaia. A fight has started in the hidden worlds and both sides want you. I am Owaldia, messenger of the Galactic Federation, and this message carries important information about your awakening. The Galactic and Shadow Councils have found your ancient family line that has special light powers that can change the path of the planet's growth. You are not just another soul living in this world. You are a carrier of royal DNA. A keeper of space codes that can change timelines themselves. Your very presence threatens the control systems while at the same time offering freedom to millions of souls still sleeping. By the end of this message, you'll understand exactly how to claim your power so no force can take what was always yours by divine design. But here's the first truth. Your energy has been fought over because you carry the original plan of divine humanity, untouched by the control programs that have kept Earth's awareness held down for thousands of years. You didn't find this message by accident. Your soul's guidance system led you here because something ancient inside you is ready to be fully turned on. This isn't content you're watching. This is information your star family is sending directly through your awakened awareness. The Shadow Council knows that once you remember your true power, their timeline of control falls apart. The Galactic Federation knows that your full awakening creates waves of awakening that reach every corner of this galaxy. Both understand what you're still remembering. You are the bridge between worlds, the living key to humanity's next big leap forward. Like this message to signal to your star family that you're ready to take back your cosmic inheritance. Subscribe if your mission is awakening and you're prepared to stand in your true galactic power. Comment your star lineage if you feel the ancient memories waking up. This moment was planned by the source itself. You are not here by accident. Most people think that the longing inside, the ache that never quite goes away, is a sign they don't belong or proof of being out of place in this world. A never-ending whisper of unhappiness that suggests something is deeply wrong with them. But for some, this constant longing is not a sickness of the spirit, but a sacred echo, a specially coded remembrance stirring in the deepest rooms of your soul, calling you toward a truth far bigger than any earthly explanation could ever hold. It's a constant hum, a vibrational memory vibrating with frequencies of cosmic origins, a pull you cannot deny toward a home that exists not as a place on a map, but as an energetic state of being. If you're hearing this, it's very likely your soul carries a frequency born not just of a single world or system, but of royal family lines spanning dimensions that our human history can't even begin to remember, let alone understand. These are not just titles of power in an earthly sense, but energetic signatures of cosmic rulership, original blueprints of guardianship, creation, and peaceful balance woven into the very fabric of your multidimensional being. You are a living library of heavenly wisdom, an ancient star map unfolding. Your light does not simply exist. It pulses with an intelligent, self-aware energy. It spreads outward, touching the farthest reaches of the quantum field. It calls like a siren song to similar frequencies across the cosmos. This natural brightness doesn't just sit there, it actively attracts. Like a bright beacon in the cosmic night or a rare flower blooming in a desert, it draws the attention of unseen groups, both aligned with the highest good and those misaligned forces that sense your deep ability to change timelines, to reset entire energetic landscapes, and to bring harmony to broken frequencies, even as you remain in the tender, often stormy process of awakening to your true magnificent inheritance. This sacred restlessness inside is not a flaw or a burden, but a powerful, never-wrong signal from your higher self, your cosmic oversoul urging you to unlock the deep depths of your own being, to remember the star-born wisdom and divine authority that flows through your very essence, a river of light seeking its ocean. It is the call of your true home, not a place you travel to, but a state of being you return to within, a sovereign frequency you take back. This yearning is your soul's navigation system, guiding you back to your own inner throne, to the seat of your real power and divine self-rule, lighting up the path to your cosmic purpose with every beat of your heart. You may have noticed it as a constant friction with the world, an unexplainable resistance that feels like an invisible current pulling against your every forward movement, or a never-ending series of challenges that seem to appear exactly when you try to step forward to express your real truth or to embody your highest vision. This isn't just bad luck or coincidence, it's a deep energetic force at play. It's as if an unseen force creates an almost touchable drag, a subtle but widespread opposition that drains your energy and tempts you to retreat into the shadows of fitting in, to dim your light rather than risk the energetic pushback. You might feel constantly out of sync, like a perfectly tuned instrument vibrating at a frequency the surrounding environment struggles to receive, creating interference. In this often hidden struggle, the real battle is not with those you see in the physical world, nor with the everyday obstacles that appear on your path, nor even with your own perceived limits. No, the deeper conflict lies with the frequencies and energetic fields that wish to control, redirect, or even dim the extraordinary light and the complex, rare codes that you carry. They seek to manipulate your natural power to prevent the full realization of your blueprint. Understanding that an awakened starseed of your level is a force of transformative freedom. Why this intense focus? Because starseed souls connected to a royal galactic line are not only extremely rare, they are powerful catalysts, energetic accelerators, designed to start deep shifts simply by their presence, by the very act of existing and radiating their real frequency. Your sovereign signature, when fully released and anchored into this reality, doesn't just nudge the collective consciousness. It deeply changes destinies, opening pathways that gracefully dissolve outdated structures of control, take apart limiting belief systems that have kept humanity stuck for thousands of years, and empower truth on a scale that few can truly understand. It acts like a master key, not just to a single lock, but to an entire cosmic vault, unlocking sleeping potential not just within yourself, but within the collective consciousness of humanity, starting a cascade of awakening that ripples across all interwoven timelines, like a stone dropped into a still cosmic pond. This signature is not aggressive or forceful in its nature, but undeniably transformative, a vibration of divine order returning to a reality that has long forgotten its original design. It's an energetic reset, a harmonic restoration, a subtle yet massive shift in the foundational frequencies of Earth itself, pushed forward by the very essence of who you are. Your friction you feel is the old way resisting the new, the shadows pulling back from the approaching dawn of your awakened presence. What most starseeds with royal codes rarely realize is that the greatest interference is not external at all. The most clever and widespread resistance doesn't come from outside, from clear opposition or visible challenges, but from within the very structure of your own energetic being. It shows up as sneaky patterns of doubt, fear, and self-limitation, subtle energetic viruses released into your energy field across countless lifetimes, carefully woven threads designed to create a blanket of forgetting, a veil over your true abilities. These are not natural thought patterns born of your present experiences. They are energetic programs, ancient echoes of suppression planted and strengthened over ages. A deep, almost automatic fear of owning your natural power. A deeply planted belief that shining too brightly brings danger, persecution, and isolation. A carefully programmed forgetting of what your mere presence actually does to the very fabric of this reality, how it unravels illusions and restores divine order. These are not accidents of perception, nor are they simply personal insecurities or character flaws that you need to fix. They're sophisticated distortions, purposeful, systematic interferences designed to keep you from taking back what has always been yours by divine right, to keep you from fully anchoring your truth, your light, and your sovereign blueprint onto this crucial Earth timeline. They seek to keep you small, to keep you questioning every gut feeling, to keep you forever on the edge of your breakthrough, yet never quite living it. Always feeling like there's one more step, one more thing to learn before you can truly be. This internal structure of doubt is far more effective a cage than any external force could build. where it convinces you that the bars are of your own making, that the limitations are a built-in part of your spiritual DNA, rather than energetic additions. It's a master illusion, tricking the starseed into becoming their own jailer, endlessly seeking permission for a sovereignty that was never truly lost, only hidden. This self-imposed energetic ceiling crafted from ancient fears and whispers of not being good enough is the main battleground and the most challenging to overcome because its source feels so personally intimate, so deeply planted. There's a deep reason you forgot. There's a cosmic logic behind why each attempt to express your real self, to step into your true power, or to pursue your soul's deepest calling has often felt like a hard journey of swimming upstream against a powerful, unseen current. It's as if the universe, in its endless wisdom, intentionally allowed for a period of temporary memory loss. A protective, energetic cocoon during which your most powerful codes could remain asleep, protected from early activation in hostile environments. These unseen currents, these energetic counterflows, will always swirl with increased intensity for those who carry a birthright of timeline reset, for those whose very existence promises to shift the established order, to take apart the artificial timelines of control and fear. Imagine a cosmic gardener protecting a rare, precious seed, allowing it to remain dormant until the perfect conditions arise for its miraculous bloom. Your journey through periods of forgetting and struggle was part of this divine cultivation. The key, however, is not to exhaust yourself by fighting these overwhelming tides, nor to give in to their pull and drift back into unconsciousness, but to finally remember with every fiber of your being the truth of your natural nature. What you are is not a target for fighting over, not a pawn in a larger game, but a frequency coded for absolute, unshakable sovereignty. You were never meant to surrender your light, to compromise your essence, or to water down your truth to fit into a mold that was never designed for you, a system that cannot contain your expansive being. On the contrary, you were born to anchor it fiercely and unapologetically as a living, breathing reminder and a deep restoration of what is divinely designed to be reclaimed, both within yourself and within the collective consciousness of humanity. You are the living example of a higher order, a living proof of a truth that goes beyond the temporary illusions of this world. This remembering is not just a mental exercise. It is a full body, full soul reclaiming, an energetic repatterning that announces to the cosmos that the time for your full activation has arrived. It is the moment you stop asking for permission and start radiating your natural permission slip to exist in your fullest, most brilliant form, dissolving the need for external validation or struggle. This internal shift from seeking to knowing, from fighting to embodying, is the true turning point, the energetic pivot that realigns your personal timeline with your highest destiny. Some messages don't come through words, but through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, a deep resonance or a sudden recognition, you may be ready to receive the hidden Arcturian keys of awakening. This short yet powerful ebook carries ancient Arcturian techniques for conscious expansion, multidimensional alignment, and mission remembrance. The link is in the first pinned comment, but only for a limited time. It always begins quietly, the subtle shiver of remembrance tracing along your spine, the ghostly shimmer at the very edge of awareness, like a forgotten star winking into view, calling you home through the cosmic vastness. The awakening of a starseed with a sovereign lineage-bound frequency is not a sudden explosion of insight or an overnight transformation, but a magnificent, carefully planned symphony of returning truth, a gradual unfolding of your hidden cosmic blueprint. This journey unfolds in clear phases, each coded as a step-by-step frequency upgrade, a sacred memory returning to its rightful place within your consciousness layer by deep layer. It is a divine blueprint activating step by careful step, guiding you from the whisper of recognition to the roar of full embodiment, from broken glimpses to an undeniable resonant knowing. Here is how the timeline of remembrance speeds up for you, lighting up your path and guiding you toward the full restoration of your galactic self. The first phase is detection. the initial realignment of your aura field, much like a finely tuned antenna adjusting to a new powerful signal as you begin to consciously feel the subtle, yet constant presence of interference. This might show up as a strange, unexplainable heaviness that clings to your spirit, an unexplainable tiredness that no amount of physical rest or self-care can truly remove, leaving you feeling deeply drained even after deep sleep. Or it could be a rising, almost gut-level sense that something unseen is pressing against your energetic boundaries, remaining just beyond the reach of your physical sight, yet intensely felt by your subtle senses. This is more than just discomfort or spiritual illness. It is the clear echo of unseen forces, of subtle energetic currents who sense your activation, your very awakening, like moths drawn to a newly lit flame. It is the first undeniable proof that you are not simply another soul traveling through Earth's dense frequency bands, but one who carries an ancient code, a divine signature, capable of deeply shifting reality itself, a powerful frequency newly broadcasting into the cosmos. Your energetic signature, once dormant and veiled, is now sending out a beacon, an undeniable signal of your return, and the cosmos, in its complex dance of light and shadow, is responding. You are being seen on a multidimensional level, across various planes of existence, and this recognition starts the deep process of your conscious return, the journey back to your real sovereign self. This detection is crucial, for it marks the moment you begin to tell the difference between your own true essence and the external energetic fields impacting you. The second phase is discernment, the crucial point when you realize with growing clarity and often a deep sense of relief that what you are feeling and experiencing is not entirely your own. It's the critical junction where you begin to separate the wheat from the chaff, the true self from the inherited, projected, or planted distortions that have pretended to be your inner voice or natural character flaws for lifetimes. You become sharply aware of ancient doubts that do not come from your present life or personal experiences, a spreading pessimism or cynicism that feels alien to your core being, or an urgent, never-ending feeling that something or someone on an energetic level is actively trying to suppress your real expression, to keep your voice from fully sounding, to water down your creative flow. You might recognize thought patterns that are clearly non-organic, sudden waves of sadness or anger that seem to drop upon you without a clear trigger, or a constant feeling of being energetically held back or dimmed. It is the critical moment where you discover that what you believe to be your own personality, your personal biases, recklessness, or any character flaw are most likely not your authentic expression, but rather ideologies artificially implanted to exert control and fear. Most souls at this critical point might walk away feeling overwhelmed by the sheer intensity of these sensations, or blaming these events on personal flaws, mental health issues, or purely external circumstances. But you, filled with royal codes, sense deeper. Your inner compass points to a more deep truth. These are not natural aspects of your being, but frequencies attempting to distort your signal, energetic manipulations looking to take over or reduce your light for their own purposes, to keep you from remembering the full scope of your power. Your sacred task in this phase is to exactly name these things not as your personal truth, not as natural weaknesses or failures, but as clear, undeniable interference. Nothing more, nothing less. This act of naming is an act of reclaiming, a powerful energetic boundary setting, a declaration of mental and emotional sovereignty that begins to take apart the illusions. It's drawing a clear line in the cosmic sand, telling apart your divine signature from the energetic static. The third phase is reclamation, the powerful inward turn, the deliberate and conscious drawing back of all power, all light, all memories, and all aspects of your sovereign self that were drained, suppressed, broken apart, or lost across countless lifetimes and multidimensional experiences. This is not a passive waiting for return, but an active, willful calling back, a deep soul digging. Here you consciously begin the sacred and deep process of soul retrieval, gathering the scattered diamonds of your essence, the shimmering pieces of your divine wholeness that may have been left behind in traumatic timelines, in agreements of servitude, or simply forgotten in the thickness of various realities. It is a return to wholeness, a bringing back together of your divine totality,
restoring the blueprint of your original untouched self. You engage in this powerful energetic work by repeating the inner mantra, a sacred statement that echoes through all dimensions, through the very fabric of your cellular memory and beyond. All that is mine by divine design returns to me now. Every piece of my sovereign light, every forgotten memory, every aspect of my power, every piece of my truth, I call you home. I bring you into my being here and now. This isn't just a mental statement, it is a vibrational command, a conscious act of energetic will that sends out an undeniable frequency across the quantum field, forcing every lost or suppressed aspect of your being to return and come back. It is not enough just to passively ask for sovereignty, to hope for its return. You must actively claim it as a built-in state of being, deeply and permanently woven into the very fabric of your vibration, an undeniable truth that echoes from your core. As you firmly hold this field of intention, this unwavering declaration of self-ownership, like a cosmic ruler taking back their rightful throne, the royal codes within you begin to activate with undeniable force, lighting up dormant blueprints and restoring your natural authority, your divine right to rule over your own energetic domain. This is a deep act of self-crowning, an internal declaration of your divine birthright, sealing your sovereignty with every conscious breath. Forth comes the anchoring, the most crucial and deep grounding of your unique timeline-changing frequency into the very vessel of your physical body, into the resonant power of your voice, and into the energetic signature of every interaction you have. This is where the spiritual becomes truly embodied, where cosmic truth becomes earthly reality, no longer an abstract idea, but a living, breathing, touchable
force within your being. As your sovereign frequency settles deep within your core and radiates outward, old identities, limitations, and conditioned personas that you once wore like a second skin begin to gracefully dissolve, shedding like old skin that no longer serves the growth of the magnificent being you are becoming. Your words, once perhaps hesitant, watered down, or carefully chosen to please others, now carry undeniable weight, clear intention, and often a prophetic resonance that subtly shifts the atmosphere around you, inspiring clarity or revealing hidden truths to those who hear them. This is not an act of ego or aggressive assertion, but of pure, undiluted truth radiating effortlessly. Resistance, both internal and external, will still surface, for the anchoring of sovereign light always triggers the shadow both within yourself as leftover fears and doubts rise to be cleared, and in the collective as old systems react to the new frequency. It is a natural energetic response to deep change, like the friction created when two different frequency bands meet. But as you firmly allow yourself to simply be, to radiate your real light and truth from your unshakable core, rather than performing or trying hard for external validation, which only creates energetic leakage, the unseen resistance loses its strong grip. Its power fades in the face of your unwavering, quiet, yet powerful presence. Earth's complex crystalline grids, sensing your activated frequency, begin recalibrating to your very presence, humming in harmony with your sovereign signature, recognizing the return of a master architect, a guardian of higher truth, integrating a vital piece of the planetary growth puzzle. Fifth is the expansion, the glorious realization that your sacred mission was never, in its deepest essence, to dominate or to engage in never-ending battle with external forces, but rather to expand what is deeply possible within both field and form, within consciousness and physical reality. It is a deep shift from fighting to co-creating, from struggling against to radiating beyond. Your sovereign truth is not a stance against any opposing force or belief system, but rather a bright beacon, a guiding star for the timelines and for all your starbred kin who are waiting for permission for a living example to do the same. You express your truth, your light, and your unique perspective without apology, without holding back, for you understand that your authenticity is your greatest gift, a frequency that inspires and activates without needing to preach or convince. Your boundaries are no longer rigid walls built from fear or defensiveness, but flowing vibrational fields of self-respect and energetic wholeness, naturally pushing away what does not serve your highest good or highest timeline, effortlessly creating a sacred container for your essence. Your entire energetic field becomes an unbreakable signature of remembrance, a vibrant frequency that echoes with divine order, inviting others to remember their own natural sovereignty, their own blueprint of cosmic truth. You become a living portal, an open channel for higher consciousness, for galactic wisdom, for the frequencies of divine love and truth to flow effortlessly into this reality, sparking a collective awakening simply by your vibrant, undeniable presence. You become a walking, breathing proof of the power of embodied authenticity, a ripple effect of freedom in human form. Sixth is the synchronization, the magnificent phase where the unseen begins to gracefully reveal itself, no longer operating in the shadows of doubt or mystery, but stepping fully into the light of conscious awareness, making itself known through undeniable signs and lucky alignments. The veil between worlds thins dramatically, allowing for deep and undeniable connections with your higher self, your celestial family, and the guiding intelligences of the cosmos. Your trusted spirit guides, your cosmic allies from various star systems, and the ancient Arcturian councils align with you in increasingly conscious, touchable, and synchronistic ways, offering direct guidance, downloads of information, and clear energetic support. The once troublesome magnetic interference you felt, that subtle drag on your energy, is now beautifully replaced with a powerful supportive current, effortlessly moving you forward on your divine path, guiding you with an unseen hand. The confusing delays and puzzling detours that once seemed like frustrating obstacles now reveal their deep wisdom. Each challenge was not a setback, but a necessary part of restoring your power, a crucial lesson for integration, a vital piece of the puzzle that needed to be placed for the full picture to emerge. Every seeming setback was a precise coordinate in the celestial map, carefully guiding you to this important now moment, preparing you for the full living out of your purpose, sharpening your frequency, strengthening your determination. The universe is no longer a puzzling collection of coincidences or struggles to be solved, but a perfectly choreographed dance of alignment, a symphony of divine planning where every note, every movement contributes to the magnificent unfolding of your highest destiny. You find yourself effortlessly flowing with the cosmic tides, in perfect harmony with the pulse of creation. Seventh, and finally, is the coronation, the ultimate and deep realization that you're here not simply to remember a long-forgotten heritage, nor just to awaken to a truth beyond the everyday, but to actively reign. Not reign as the world defines it, with crowns and earthly power, with control over others, but as a living frequency, a sovereign director of timelines, one whose very presence subtly yet deeply shifts realities and inspires coded awakening in others. This is the living out of your divine authority, a sacred and humble recognition of your deep energetic impact. Here, your hard journey of resistance, your firm perseverance through every challenge, every internal battle, transforms into a glorious proof of your unshakable birthright, a bright beacon for all who seek their own freedom, for all who yearn to take back their own truth. You become the living example, the walking prayer, the activated blueprint of what it means to be fully sovereign, fully present, and fully aligned with your cosmic purpose, radiating this truth from every cell of your being. Your life becomes a masterpiece of divine co-creation, a legacy carved in the very fabric of existence, a living proof of the power of truth embodied. You don't need a physical crown. Your very being radiates the royal splendor of your cosmic family line, an inner knowing that is unshakable and undeniable, affecting everything and everyone you touch with the vibration of freedom. Here's the real cosmic secret, often hidden by the illusion of struggle, by the dense fog of forgetting. There was never in truth a war for your light in the way you might have seen it, a grand battle of opposing forces fighting for control of your essence. Instead, there was only ever a calling, a constant, persistent signal from your deepest essence and from the higher realms, from the very heart of the source, to remember that you are the mapmaker. You are the architect of your reality, not just a traveler on a pre-planned path, but the one who lays the very foundation for new worlds, new systems. Every moment you felt unseen, every instance of feeling isolated or misunderstood, every challenging period of cleansing was a necessary deletion of old codes, a thorough purification process designed to release the energetic programs that would have tied you to old timelines, to stories and limitations that were never truly your own, to break free from the matrix of lower density. These challenges were not punishments, they were catalysts, forging your inner strength and burning away all that was not your real truth. Choosing your sovereign truth, embracing your natural power, is not an act of selfish self-importance. It is the living remembrance of a sacred design, a deep blueprint set long before this current lifetime, before this galaxy was even fully formed. You're not meant to fit the world's current shapes, to squeeze yourself into its limited boxes, or follow its outdated expectations. You're here quite powerfully to restore the sovereign blueprint first for yourself, anchoring it deeply within your own being, and then by simply being, by radiating your real self for all who remember their own truth through your bright presence. It is not only your divine birthright, it is the redesign of destiny itself, a ripple effect that reshapes the future for all, a cosmic reset started by the light you carry and choose to fully embody. You are the living example of the new earth, a beacon for the future, standing fully in your magnificent, unshakable sovereign power. Before you sleep, pause and say with complete conviction, allowing the words to echo through every cell of your being, I am the living frequency of my sovereign lineage. I claim all that is divinely mine, here and now. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or energy. This isn't content, it's collective alignment. Energy multiplies when intention connects. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your circle is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow. You're not just watching, you're expanding. This is your space, and we're just getting started. If this message spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Leave a super thanks. Every act of support helps this message find the next starseed who needs it.